Hey y'all, it's Ilana and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to be taking you to one of my favorite neighborhoods in Portland, which is the Hawthorne District. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I post content about what it's like to navigate life and dating in Portland. So if you're thinking about moving to Portland, or maybe you're just single navigating the dating world, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any of those videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and explore the Hawthorne District. District is located in southeast Portland, and the best way to get to this neighborhood is to cross over the Hawthorne Bridge if you're coming from across the river. There are a couple things that I really like about the Hawthorne District. I really like that this has a lot of vintage scene to it. You're gonna find all of the best thrift stores that Portland has to offer in this neighborhood. There's a lot of great places to eat. There's a lot of cute boutique shops and a couple places to grab a drink, so we're gonna dive into all of that today. So let's start off with a few things that you can actually do besides just eating and drinking and shopping. In terms of sources as entertainment, one of the first things that you can do all the way at the end of the neighborhood is explore Mount Tabor Park. I'll be honest, I did not have time to go there while I was filming this video. Mount Tabor is a dormant volcano, and basically there's a whole beautiful park across of it. There's a lot of hiking trails and lots of great views and overlooks that you can check out. Definitely recommend driving there as it's not very walk friendly to get to the park, so you may want to have a car while you get there, but definitely something that you should totally do. There's also a cool escape room that is starting off at the beginning of the neighborhood. I love escape rooms. I did one when I was in Nashville. I haven't done this escape room, but escape rooms are totally fun, so if that's your thing, there's a great one here in this neighborhood. Another place that you should check out is the Cinemagic Theater. So that only shows about 1 or 2 movies at a time, but it is supposed to be like a classic place to go watch a movie in this neighborhood. People are always raving about it, so that is something that you can do while you're here. If you're into comedy shows, definitely check out the Helium Comedy Club, because that's a great place where you can go watch local or smaller comedians do stand-up during certain days of the week. So if that is something you're really into, definitely a really awesome place to check out. And then finally, one last thing that I think is really fun. Technically, it could be a bar/restaurant, but the reason I included it in like things to do is because this is a place that offers a lot of fun things. So this is the Goal Soccer Bar. So if you're really into soccer or football, depending where you're from, this is the place to watch all of the Timber games, all of the Premier League games. I believe the World Cup's happening this summer, so that's gonna be a really great place to watch the World Cup. And they also do viewings of other sporting events. March Madness is still going on, so they're still showing those games right now. And I also like that they have dirty bingo nights, they have trivia nights, they have dance nights. It's a really cool place that I think is more than just like a regular bar/restaurant. Let's talk about some dining options that you can check out here. There's so many. I know I'm going to forget a ton, but some of my favorites are Portland Cider Company. You could definitely use this place as a place for like a drink or a bar. They do offer light bites. I love their soft pretzels. This is a great place to come to in the fall, by the way, and I've mentioned that in my fall video, so check that out. I also really like Harlow, which is right next door to Portland Cider Company. I've talked about Harlow in my vegan eats video in Portland, so that's another awesome spot. Also, in another video that I've mentioned, which was recently, which is the food cart pod video, Hawthorne offers 2 really awesome food cart pods. You have Hawthorne Asylum and Cartopia. Both are amazing options, and I go into greater detail in that video, which you should totally watch after this one, since I've recently just uploaded it. Another favorite that I really like, which has some really good Mexican food, is Porque No, which is a little bit further down Hawthorne Boulevard, but they have some of the best Mexican food in Portland, and let me tell you, Portland's not really good with their Mexican food, and maybe that's just the California in me, but you get it. Also check out the McManaman's Baghdad Theater. They have a wide variety of eats and drinks that you can get. And then another great spot that's pretty popular is the waffle window. So if you're into like savory waffles or sweet waffles, this is a great spot. You just literally walk up to a window, order, and they have a little bit of outdoor seating as well. And then another common spot that people like to go to for cocktail trails and some nice food is the Sapphire Hotel. I have not been there yet. It was closed today when I was filming this video. I hope to go back one day, but I heard that's supposed to be a really lovely spot, and I hear it's a great spot to go to for a date. So if you're thinking about a first date option, check out that place. In terms of some other spots for like just drinking, Bar the Gods is a really cool spot. They have a lot of arcade games. They're really known for like their pinball machines. So that's gonna be a really fun spot to go to. Plus they do have food, but I feel like it's going to be more fun for drinking. Then you have No Fun Bar, which is a little bit more towards the beginning where Hawthorne Boulevard starts. So that's another spot that you could check out. And then you have the Barley Mill Pub, which is also run by McManamans as well, which is not too far from No Fun Bar. There's a couple of coffee shops around in this area. You know me, I'm a big coffee drinker. So a couple of like cafes and coffee spots that you have. The Fourth Wall, which is a good spot for some pizza. I heard their pizza's really good, but it's very hole in the wall. I like to consider it more of a cafe just because of how small it is. Also, a few stores down from the Fourth Wall, you have Bajorn Cafe. I love this spot. I get lattes from there and they only do oat milk. So if you're a big oat milk person, you're gonna love this cafe, and it's super cute. I love how it's decorated. Another favorite of mine, which I mentioned in a previous video where I was exploring Portland's most hyped up coffee shops, you have Kawava. So Kawava is also based in the Hawthorne neighborhood. There's a couple other locations around the city, but I like this location. The staff is very friendly. They have some indoor seating, and it's just a really great spot and in a good part of the neighborhood. Finally, let's talk about the shopping, because I feel like this is one of the perfect places to come shopping if you're in the Hawthorne District. Like I said earlier, you're gonna find so many amazing vintage and thrift stores in this neighborhood. Some really common ones are House of Vintage, and just so we're clear, you will be unbelievably beyond overwhelmed when you go into House of Vintage. It just keeps going and going and going. They make you check your bag in a locker when you get in there, but it's totally free to put your bag in there, and they give you a key, and then when you're ready to check out, you take your bag and you pay. They have a lot of cool stuff. They even have like old Disney VHS tapes. Oh my god, you gotta go there. It's so overwhelming. I was there for like almost an hour. And then another great store, which is more of a furniture store, but is Vintage Pink. First of all, the building is super cute. Definitely take a picture with it for your Instagram because, it is just adorable building. I love it. So this is a great spot to get all of your vintage and antique furniture here. They have a lot of cool stuff in here, and it's reasonably priced, and so I really wish I had gone here when I was shopping for my apartment. So that was definitely a missed opportunity, but if I ever buy a house, I'll definitely be sure to go to Vintage Pink for some good finds. The Lounge Lizard is another one that's great for furniture. That's a little bit further in the beginning when you are entering the Hawthorne neighborhood. It's really close to Cartopia, so that's another one that you can check out. And then there's also the Red Light, which is another great secondhand thrift store. And then you have some like chain thrift stores like the Buffalo Exchange and Crossroads to get some of your more trendy, thrifty needs. There's also a Pal's bookstore here. It is a smaller shop, definitely not like the big one that you can find in the Pearl District, but still a great bookstore nonetheless, with a bunch of books that you could totally find for your needs. And another cute store that you should check out is Presence of Mine. This is a really cute gift and boutique shop. I think all the things they have here are super cute, lots of fun collectibles. I feel like I could probably spend at least an hour in this store as well. And then if you're into records, there's a really cool shop right by Red Light, which is Jackpot Records. So I think record stores are really cool. They're also a really great spot to take pictures in if you can get away with it. If you're into comic books, there's also Excalibur Comics. I personally am not a big comic book person, but when my friend Brian visited me last summer, he dragged me into that store because he loves that stuff, and it's a pretty cool store, especially if you're a big comic book lover. They got a lot of stuff, so definitely check that out. So tell me, what are some of your favorite spots in the Hawthorne neighborhood? Did I miss any of your spots? Because I know I missed out on so many options because there's so much to do here. So comment down below so other people and myself can check them out. And if you liked this video, make sure you do give it a thumbs up. And with that, I will see you in my next video.